morning, Beth. How are you today? This morning in Limoges is grey, raining.
Which is pretty good.
Which isn't too bad for us because we've got to hang around all day. It's better than having to sit in the car with the aircon running all day. I've just been down to reception. Had one of those really long conversations where you point and try and understand one another, just to find out that we can't stay. I went to ask if we could stay the day here waiting for Monty's appointment. Now, a lot of you are worrying that something wrong with Monty because he's going to the vet, and it's nothing wrong with him at all. If you've not ever had a pet passport, you probably don't understand the rules and regulations. But prior to coming out, he had to have a rabies jab, be up to date with all his injections, and have a health check to say he's not carrying any diseases and he's not a danger to anybody. So that's all in his passport. So the UK aren't too bothered when you're leaving and coming somewhere else, because they've got all sorts of things on the continent here, haven't they, as I understand. What they are concerned about is when you return to the UK, making sure that we don't, or he doesn't bring any bad bugs back in. The only confusion I have is that, what about Ellie and I? Could we not be carrying bad bugs? I know dogs sniff and do all sorts that perhaps Ellie and I don't.
Yeah, I got on straw in my hand. Please go. Oh, sorry, weed there.
You cheeky munt. I just called you a munt. What's a munt? I was going to say bint, and then I was saying I couldn't. Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so in order to return to the UK, Monty has to be wormed with a specific drug. It has to be, before you go back into the UK, it has to have been done at least 24 hours ago. So over 24 hours, but under 120 hours, which is the equivalent of 5 days, as I understand it. Now, somebody else told me on the way here it was over 24 and under 48, but I think they were talking rubbish, and I can't see any. I can't remember who told me that, and I can't find that fact anywhere. The DEFRA site and DEFRA, the government department that control it, their website says 24, 120. So that's why he's off to the vet today, to get his worming done so that we can re-enter the UK with him. Don't think he'll be too chuffed. I have to say, he doesn't like vets at the best of times. So taking him to one that doesn't talk his language, I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it, to him? Yeah, I've not printed, but I've screenshotted a few phrases on my phone to be able to show the vet. Because it's got to be a specific drug. If he worms in with something that's not approved, it'll be pointless. And he's got to put the drug and the serial number and his name and the date on Monty's passport. All very specific. If not, when you get to blinking pet control, they can seize him and put him in quarantine. Which is just
annoying.
It'll be like ripping my heart out. I don't think I can stand that particularly well.
What do they do? How would they, what?
I think it's 6 months, isn't it?
He's in what?
They basically take him off you and put him in a kennel for 6 months.
Why?
To make sure he's not carrying any diseases.
He'd die.
He would die, yeah. I think he'd probably scare himself to death.
You would have no movement left.
And I'd probably scare myself to death.
No, you wouldn't. You don't need.
I'd have to get a replacement moo. Sorry, I didn't say that, Moo. Honest, I didn't. I'd wait for you. I'd definitely wait for you, Moo. I'd wait for you.
She'd wait for you.
No, I'm not crying.
You're crying?
No, I'm not crying.
Oh my gosh, you're crying.
I am not crying. Look at my eyes. Is there any water coming out my eyes? I was joking, you... You hit the dog.
Oh, it doesn't. Let's me move. I didn't hit the
I am not. Come and look at my eyes.
She wants to dry.
Come and look at my eyes.
Sag over.
Huh? They scab over. You just say they scab over.
I said they sag.
Oh! Oh my goodness! My eyes sag. Do my eye? Don't flick your hair in my flipping face.
I mean your eyelids.
Oh, my eyelids have sagged since I was your age.
Oh, mine don't.
I don't have a big backside.
Uh-huh.
Well, I do,
Yeah,
but I didn't at your age.
Not my fault. I didn't choose who my mother and father are.
None of us get to choose who our mother and fathers are.
I like mine. It's fine.
No, I think I might have chosen a different mother.
Yeah, I know you would have. I would have chose, if I couldn't have you, I would have chose, I don't know.
Would you have chosen me then?
No, but I mean, if I couldn't have you.
Oh, but yeah, but I mean, by choice, would you have chosen me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite nice.
But I don't know if I couldn't have you.
I'm trying to think who I'd have chosen.
Who would I have chose?
I'd probably chosen Mary. You'd never met her. Lady that used to live over the road when I was a kid. She had two boys who were my best friends when I was growing up.
I think I would choose. Like if I could have anyone in the world, like any.
Nikki?
No.
Too stern for
Too
you?
stern for my liking.
Sorry,
it's too
Nick.
much like my dad.
I think she'll give you a slap next time she sees you for that.
Cut.
No, she'll like that.
Please, Mom. I'm gonna die.
Sorry, Nick. She thinks you're very strict.
I love her though.
I know you love her. Oh dear. I think she'd look after you really well. Okay, on that note, while we carry on trying to decide who our ideal parents would be, I feel this conversation could rumble for some time. A lot of it best done without the camera rolling, I'm thinking.
Yes, after that Nikki one, I'm going to die.
Oh, Nikki won't hurt you much. She's as strong as you are. And you're both oxes.
Stronger.
Yeah. I suppose we ought to check out, really.
She's like 2 times older than me, so she's going to be like 2 times stronger than me.
This is in very bad taste, and we don't mean it, but she came out of the public toilet yesterday and said, "You've got to hover. If you don't hover, you'll get AIDS." It's just... It just like came out of her mouth, like as if she was like 50 years old. If you're going in there, you've got to hover. If you don't hover, you'll get AIDS. I went in there and it's perfectly pleasant public toilet. Quite sure what she was on about. I don't think she has any concept of how you catch AIDS. That conversation is something else we can add to today.
No, thank you.
I think you should be educated on the subject. Don't even know where you've heard the term AIDS. Where have you heard that?
No one does.
Right. And on that note, I'm off to educate my daughter.
I don't really want to know.
I think you should.
Not now.
Not now.
Not now.
What are you playing?
Game.
Your obs. Sim City.
Yeah.
She's playing Sim City. Means nothing to me, people, but she's been playing it for 2 days solid now. Mind you, she's got nothing better to do at the moment. My hair's quite soft from that stuff. I had to use their stuff in the shower. Oh, I've got to show you this shower. Seeing we've got nothing better to do at the moment.
Oh no, you're probably going to show them you having a poo as well.
I'm not going to show them having a poo. That camera was off when you said that, thankfully. Look, the controller's right there. That's the shower width.
Click on that one.
You turn around to have a shower and your bottom turns it up or down or off. So it's a complete nightmare, and the shower is totally the wrong shape. All the water comes out here. The only bin is in the toilet. Is there anything point in checking the bed up there in case you've forgotten anything?
No.
Right, so off to use the toilet before we get kicked out at 11 o'clock. Baby bear obsessing about the Sim City game. I think Moo's done what he's going to do. We say goodbye to the garden here, to the hotel we stayed in for the night. Cheap and cheerful. We are the very last car to depart, as the red one over there belongs to the owner, and the rest I think are the staff. Monty has decided he's not going to do anything other than wee. A bit like yesterday, actually. So, it is time to get in the car.
Oh, they're so cute.
The church.
Oh.
On 10th of June 1944, 200 Waffen SS travelling between two quarters committed here an act of terror. They plundered, set fire to the village and massacred 642 persons,
Including 193 children.
Right. And they got here. Yeah. They got the whole town. Lined them up. Here. And ours were there. And just a road cut through. Windows. What's that? Oh, it's imagine so. I think they must have kept animals.
I was going to say, that's a very small door.
This was the dentist, apparently. Good. Her sewing machine's still there. And her heater. It's quite a cold wind, isn't there? Cold. You can stay here for a while.
I'd stay here.
Eminently. Restaurant.
You can see into the back where the machines are. If you stand here and you look through there.
No, you can see the water pump and everything.
Yeah. What's that? Being dumped.
No, it's just fallen down. Not dumped.
Fallen.
Everything falls to pieces eventually. Mm-hmm.
You can see the burnt beams.
As you can. fridge back there, or what would equate to a fridge in their day. Somebody's house. The spirits living in it. This is the water pump.
I don't want to look down.
No, you don't need to. It's quite an ornate pump, actually.
No, touch it.
Yeah.
What is that?
What's that? It's a serpent, isn't it?
Don't want to break it.
It's quite. You won't break it.
It's got
In the days you didn't have taps, you didn't have running water in houses.
It come up there.
Yeah. You know you had to go and pump water.
Yeah, I know. Reminds me of well on it.
Yeah.
Ow. Oh, look at that. Turn on.
Oh, you can smell burning. I'm sorry.
You can't. Is that just us?
I don't know, Boo. I do not know.
Were they just told to get up and go?
Yeah.
What if you saw us all? Like the oven thing?
Yeah.
Ow.
And this would have been like the ones
There was
on
a lock.
the thing to lock the shutters.
Oh, hello. Oh, there's a sink there. A very interesting sink.
Have
they got every single building?
Yeah. Does it apply to the whole lot?
Why do they need to do that? Why can't they just...
In case there's anybody hiding. That's got to be another bed frame that's fallen through.
They wouldn't have survived.
Fireplace over there. Fireplace in the room upstairs.
But
Cellar.
it would have been such a chilly town.
It would have been a lovely little town. Say hello to the station. That's a mangle for cleaning, drying clothes, I'd have thought. I'm not sure it would be in there. It might be in there.
That's such like not in a mean way. That's such a cool wall though, because like it has like bricks, so, like, and then like there's like the frame.
Yeah.
Cold.
Very cold.
Would you have pushed that down?
You'd have. Yeah,
lifted
no,
it up?
up. It would have gone
Would
like.
you have gone like that?
Yes. All the old electric cables that. God dear.
That must have been an old track, Mum. Because like look, it's blocked off by a building.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what the change is for. You can change the train, so you can either make the train go. Yeah. DeSorty being their name. DeSorto. Doctors. That's a big gate.
Yeah, I know.
And that was a big house. I suppose Doctor was like quite a professional in those days.
Do you reckon they're open?
That was a posh one. Back in the day, that was quite posh. So what's that gonna be? Post office.
Oh,
Post office telephones. Oh, look at that writing. Look at that writing. Post.
What's this? The
Telephone. Oh no. Oh, telegrams probably. Yeah, telegrams. Telegraph.
and then telephone.
Telegraph and telephone.
And then look.
Look how ornate it was.
Oh,
Yeah, alright, I'm coming. Done. Oh, the post box to put your post in. Maybe there's
baby
cold.
boys over there.
I know. À la mémoire de Madame Odette. Yeah.
I wonder if we
post.
find the church.
Yeah, in a minute, darling. I have to go up the steps to get in the post.
Yeah, you can join them.
Floors are gone. Obs.
Probably would. Sadly, they built so much out of wood because they didn't have anything else that was all gone.
I think if you burnt our houses down, there'd probably be less left. That was, I guess, somebody that worked upstairs.
I bet it'd be freezing.
Neon for architect. Like his round window. Oh gosh, you're worrying me. So they're probably trying to use you to get through.
What do you mean?
Well, if you're a believer, charmed. Okay, we'll go back down.
Why are we going down
You
with
can see the holes in the wall where they're nicely.
They're going back because I said that.
I think that.
That is such a cool picture. We'll go down there.
Yeah, I will in a minute. I like all the, look at their flowers along the top.
Yeah.
Bottle would stop doing it.
We're gonna be possessed after this.
No. Things you could buy. Oh dear. Oh, and all the, yeah, these are all the things he sold, look. Gravestones. Things he made out of cement.
Could have used his ones. No, not being rude. That's a big. That's a beautiful view, but
Disturbing, really.
Oh, baby.
You just stand back and imagine the train coming through. People going about their business on a normal day.
And the children running around.
Probably would have been in school, but yeah. I hope that's not my dog.
Yeah, if the dog.
She's definitely still there on that one. Fireplace. Blue and white checkered. Wonder what was on their mantelpiece. Leaving the cooking pot still on there. Wonder what was cooking. Oh, she did lots of cooking, didn't she?
Yeah.
Well, I say she, because back in those days, it would have been a she. Remnants of a bike. Didn't do this lot, that's for sure. I'm not sure.
Machine.
Actually got a name on it at the top. Oh, it's okay, now I know what it was for. This is the wine merchant, so that would have been the barrels. That would have been the metal. Lots of cooking pots, because obviously they had to make their own clothes back in those days. Goodness. Carriage, has even got signs on it.
Oh my god. They would have watched this bird.
Oh, I don't know whether they would have done.
No, I mean the soldiers. Yeah.
People leg each other on, don't they?
How do you do that?
I don't know. Well, I think they were under threat of being killed themselves if they didn't.
Some of them were men, weren't they? Like just men from here.
And I know it's a petrol pump because I watched Pickers. Used to be named after the smells of fuel. So the metal working place, as you can tell. It's got a bike frame up there. He's making cartwheels for tractors, pots and pans. Oh, the car back there.
Ahead of the car.
I wonder who's sat in that. Speedo still there.
We wouldn't fit in there.
What?
What is it?
Looks like a lion or an eagle or something.
Yeah, I think it's a lion.
What a shape. What an iconic shape. Don't make cars like that anymore. Look at the great big wheel arches on it. All bikes.
Wouldn't you have thought you would have been safe in the middle of nowhere like this?
Not during the war. Everybody was. It was all about the resistance. It was all about them thinking that they'd abducted a Waffen SS.
Is that?
A lot of them, I said, didn't I? They went to put them all before the court years later, and most of them died in action. That looks like the sort of round stone you make a hat over. A horse?
Oh, 642 of them.
Well, yeah. Oh, you can see the tables and chairs, Ellie. Okay. For the animals. Bakery, patisserie. There's the stove top. Then you've got the tables and chairs, round table, pan. Got to be the town square. Done it. We've been here 40 minutes. Yeah, posh car, that one, whoever's that was. Why were they parked inside a house? For 6 men something.
Died? Shot?
Don't know, could have been shot.
Probably lined up and shot, so it went through all of them.
Nice. It says. That was a shop of some sort, I thought. A big wide window. Oh, street corners, really airy. Cemetery. It's quite a complicated little place, wasn't it? It wasn't just like one street. The man did a lot of this. Another cafe. Why do they have so many cafes? I'm amused by that. Oh, look at the stairs, Ellie. Wonder where they were going.
Upstairs.
Let's get. Oh, saboteur. Yuck.
I'm getting warmer, is that weird?
Here's a bit. Look at me a minute. Cue. Train track went out the town this way as well. And another cafe. Oh my days.
Cafe Central.
Even got the road name still on it.
Escape as a child.
Yeah. 2 people. One was shot on the road further up, escaped, but was found going up the road, and
Overhead.
a child that survived. One child survived and hid until the next day. Yeah, I think it was a young boy. I don't know. Well, nature takes over, doesn't it? Paid. That would have been probably on the altar, I thought, at the time.
Where the kid was.
Well, that's like the altar piece, isn't it?
Yes, but that isn't that representative of that baby.
It's representative of Jesus. Translate what I can. Right, should we go? You had enough?
Ages ago.
The sun's... Yeah, sun's coming out.
Yeah, it's getting light.
Oh,
Little car.
these are new cars for sale then.
Must be like a forecourt thing.
Yeah. Oh my days. Just a few then. Oh, okay. That's a well.
Where's the water?
Don't know, it's been redirected, I'd have thought. Shop front as well. And they pulled the metal across.
There's not a hole door, because like, if you look by the door, front door.
Oh my god. That was the motor that obviously drove the heating or whatever. Oh, look at that. They must tiled a wall over there. Oh, you can still see part of the tiling. Up there. And this look was... Oh, make sure I don't fall on my backside. This came along on a wheel. It's one of those curtain things that would have shut. Close off the window.
God, it's heavy.
It's huge as well. Look at the marble up there.
Oh.
Hence why.
The tiles were stuck on. Quite easily.
Trouble is, once Baby Bear's hungry, the whole world can go to hell in a handcart. You're getting ill then, aren't you? You managed to give yourself a cold in the pool the other day. Which means it is your fault. All right, we're going. Just want to look at the oven back there.
That's so cool. I'm not tired of this place.
Alright, it was the baker's going.
Just me, I'm tired.
Oh dear. And this one would have come down.
Yeah, like hold the button.
It's quite a lovely little place in a weird way. Yeah, it was. Would have been a lovely place to live.
I would love to live there. I wish I could time travel back to when.
Well, before.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like to before like all this was happening.
Just to look.
Or I wish I could time travel back to when this was happening to see what actually happened, but be invisible.
Oh, was he? Don't think you'd want to see that.
No, I just want. Maybe not options I like. I just want to see what it looks like.
Hmm.
Not in a weird way. Not being mean.
No, they liked their metal gates, that's for sure.
Yeah. Nowadays that's been really posh.
Yeah.
It's gonna explode. It's gonna come dripping down my leg.
Is it sad to say I enjoyed that?
Eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home.
Oh, what was happening to you then?
Everybody on the vlog thought you was poorly. So that's where we're going in a minute with the moo moo.
I've got a hairy nose.
Oh dear Lord. Are we actually talking about your nose? You've got a hairy nose?
Yeah.
What, on the top of it? Or in it?
In it.
Oh. Oh! Yeah, you get these little things to cut them. I need to do the same. We get a little device to cut our inner nose hair. You get it all here on the Wilkes family. It's not, because that's life in general, isn't it? How do you feel about going to the vet, Auntie?
Vet?
What vet? I'm not going to the vet. Never mum and me. I'm just going to sit here. There's a pretty little park in there. I might go and have a poo-poo. Should we take you for a little wander before we go in? In case you do need a big, fat, stinky
Poo-poo.
poo-poo. Because you haven't had a poo-poo today, have you, Moo-moo? Stop talking about my bodily functions on the television, please. It's very rude. You're very snotty nose, man. Yeah.
Did you just kiss it?
Yeah, I didn't realise it was quite so wet, to be honest. Right. Bear fam. I'm exhausted.
I'm eating Ben & Jerry's that we got with ID.
Don't scratch me.
Sorry.
We've driven up to... I've got no idea where we are. Somewhere near Paris. We're about 4.5 hours from Calais.
Where we will be tomorrow.
Where we will be tomorrow. The cheapest Euro tunnel crossing back is at...
It's 20 past midnight.
20 past midnight.
So we're going to drive up there
So-
tomorrow. Because we have to be out of the room by 11. So we're going to have a line till 10 and we're going to get out because we're going to have a shower tonight. And then, so we get more of a line because we've got a long day tomorrow. Because we've got to drive, well, Mum's got to drive 4 hours tomorrow. Are you driving home tomorrow morning as well?
I'm going to have to.
And she's got to drive home after the Eurotunnel tomorrow, which is another 2 hours. 3 hours. So you've got 7 hours of driving tomorrow. Good luck. And then,
Hanging around as well.
yeah, and we've got, because when we get to Calais, where the Eurotunnel is, we've got to get moved booked in, but obviously we're going to get there like way earlier than like midnight or 20 past. We have to be there 45 minutes early anyway, but we're going to be there like 3 hours early. So, we got a lot of waiting around to do.
So yours playing music.
I just thought that. My iPad does it automatically, look.
I was thinking, what on earth is that? I was thinking to myself. Anyway, we got, there was a pizza menu when we got here and I was so tired.
We had no food.
Got Monty wormed, went to the vet. That was okay.
Oh, like to ram a tablet down his throat.
Yeah, there was a tablet he had to take, but when he saw the vet, he did a complete and utter. You know in the cartoons...
He jumped like 100 feet.
Hang on. You know in the cartoons, they do that thing where there's like this jagged line and the animal goes like that. And it sort of flashes. Well, he did one of those. He completely freaked out and tried to jump out of my hands and the vet's hands. He tried to levitate across the room.
To me.
I caught him, thankfully. I think he bit the vet. I think he did, I'm not sure. So the vet let me hold him. Then he had to weigh him. Then he checked his heart, asked me how old he was, just a health check. Then he wormed him. Well, he gave me a tablet and expected me to ram it down his throat.
Because we obviously bit him, so we didn't want to get bit again.
So I did that. And then I said, is he like to be sick? And he was like, well, yeah. But if it's long as it's after an hour, it doesn't matter.
But he didn't throw up at all.
But he hasn't been sick at all. He was quite sleepy in the car.
He slept like all the way. Didn't he?
Yeah, because we've driven like 2.5 hours up the road from
Where we were.
Limoges. And he sat the entire way, apart from a couple of times at pay stations. He's not the only one that slept half the way. Serves you right. She fell asleep. Literally, we started driving out from the vets. I think she was probably about 10 minutes out, still in Limoges, when she was hanging over the handbrake, snoring and dribbling.
Actually.
You were actually, yeah.
Was that over the handbrake?
Yeah, you were leaning out over the chair with your body sort of like in the red, sort of dribbling towards the handbrake.
I can just imagine.
So I was on my own in the car. Dog snoring, child snoring.
You can tell my story.
So we're here, we've had...
No money.
Oh no, we don't have any money, no. No, the tunnels cost me a lot more than it did coming here. 150 quid to get back.
And it was how much?
88 to come. So
Sim City to play. Sorry, people.
that on top of that, we went to Oradour-sur-Glane. We actually got back to the Massacre Village. We had time to kill between having to get out the hotel and go to the vets. And as it was only half an hour up the road and it was cloudy, we decided we could do that without putting Moo in any danger. So we drove up there, we opened all the windows on the car, parked up. Actually, it started raining, so it was perfectly fine. We went down into the village, we had a good look. It's an odd place. I swear to goodness, it still smells of burning. There were places where you felt quite a lot of coldness. Very chilly. There was just an odd feeling in the church. Really, really odd. I wanted to burst into tears, to be honest. So there's some footage from that. In fact, there's a lot of footage, and I've got so much footage, I'm not actually sure how I'm going to piece it all together, especially tonight when I'm zombie-fied. But hopefully, maybe I'll put some in tonight, and I might have to do another special vlog with all the footage. I've also got a vlog all made up of a storm we had one night, which I was going to put on the Patreon account, but as I've now taken that down, I've also got another spare vlog for that. So here we sit. Don't actually know where we are. We've had some dinner. It's the same hotel chain we were in last night, Petit Déjeuner. Didn't think the breakfast was worth €6 each yesterday. So we're keeping our €12. I have a packet of digestive biscuits that will do me fine. And I'll get Boo something on the hoof, so to speak. That's about it. I'm about to fall asleep. Not even sure I'm going to get a vlog done. Be nodding dogging. Okay, catch you soon. We'll catch you on the morrow. I don't know what you'll get tomorrow. You might not get anything tomorrow. In fact, you might get the storm tomorrow, actually. Because it's going to be a long old day tomorrow.
No time to edit.
There won't be any time to edit.
We're both going to crash in my room when we get home.
Yeah, Elaine, we're coming home. So I need to get hold of Elaine as well. Right, I'll catch you not on the morrow. We will catch you the day after the morrow.
Bye, Beth. I love you.
Which will be Sunday, probably.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty then.
Bye.
Laters.
Latest, late gators. Bye.
Cheers.